If you can't do your own personal branding and you can't do the basic elements of rock star social accounts, you're consistently in the news, you're out there, you're polished, how are you gonna get a job? How are you gonna find your soulmate? Your PhD ain't gonna fix that. It's now, man, otherwise you're gonna lose the game. Your $5 million Bugatti can't get inside the restaurant. If your face is visually recognized, you stood out amongst the entire restaurant. I humbly say I am the #1 fame strategist in the world. Built careers of Kim Kardashian, Logan Paul, Zendaya, Paris, Miley Cyrus, Selena, Bieber, J-Lo, as well as business owners, CEOs, crypto exchange owners. I mean, I've done it all now.
Sheeraz, you got the #1 show.
Sheeraz is connecting Hollywood to Bollywood.
Sheeraz is the American dream.
25 years ago, I had a small restaurant in London. I had no customers, and I went from £1,000 a week of revenue to £50,000 a week because of fame. Because of the #1 shock jock in London, Caesar the Geezer. He was promoting me on the radio to over 1 million listeners at night. And at a very young age, I realized money follows fame.
Is it hard to find someone as committed as a Logan, as committed as a Kim, that will make that content every day?
I can find that right now. They're out there because people want it. Then, just like a coach, you have to train, follow this path, and your life will transform. Dreaming is the most powerful feeling of growth because you have that energy, there's something better that's gonna come. Whatever the dream is, have it. Don't settle. Don't settle.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.
The world is changing. Inspiration is everywhere. It has never been so easy to connect, share, and bring people together. We're learning from others and finding the best in ourselves. Challenging our beliefs. Sharing our vulnerability. Overcoming our fears. Transforming ourselves so we can transform the world. How far can we go?
This is London Real. I am Brian Rose. My guest today is... This is London Real. I am Brian Rose. My guest today is Sheeraz Hasan, the global media strategist, brand architect, and founder of Fame. You spent the last 2 decades at the epicenter of Hollywood, building some of the most recognized names in the world, including Kim Kardashian, Logan Paul, and Paris Hilton, into global icons and billion-dollar brands. Your work spans Hollywood, Bollywood, and the Gulf region, where you've advised royalty, CEOs, and influencers on how to turn visibility into lasting influence. You say, fame is the new currency, and in today's digital world, attention is more valuable than capital. If you don't control your narrative, somebody else will. Today, I want to dive into the machinery behind modern fame, how it's built, how it's weaponized, and why it's now the most powerful form of leverage across media, money, and influence. Sheeraz, welcome to London Real.
I'm happy to be here, brother, finally.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You and I met at a couple events in Dubai and then in Cannes, and we kind of came together, right? We attracted each other.
Of course.
With the bright colors here, and then you with the fame and these amazing ideas. Look, I want to jump into it. You understand this concept better than anybody I understand. Fame is the new currency in today's world. Most people don't really understand that. You've also said fame isn't about being liked, it's about being known. Talk to me about why it's important and why most people never embrace fame.
So first of all, let's go a bit back. Okay, so I'm from London, right? Very humble beginnings. You know, I didn't know fame, I didn't know media, I didn't know paparazzi, celebrity, likes, all of this, no.
Your family was in the restaurant business.
I was in the restaurant business.
Okay.
5 minutes from here. So believe me, I have goosebumps when I was coming to your studios, because you're talking 25 years ago was when the idea of fame happened to me. When I had a small restaurant, 16 years old, no education, father passed away, making sandwiches in an all-night cafe that I had no customers, zero. I was the open from, when 7-Eleven was open from 7 till 11, I was open 24 hours. When gas stations closed at 9 p.m., I was open 24 hours with no customers. Right here, EC1. Okay, zip code. It's down the street.
Right down the street.
And I'm here, and every day I'm opening in my small cafeteria, no business. My brother, who's an accountant, is saying it's costing us being open. Shut this shit down. Okay, you ain't making money. My mum thought I was absolutely crazy. Why are you opening in London, in the city area, where all offices close by 5, 6 p.m., and it's a ghost town? And one day, I'm there, and a taxi driver pulls up outside my restaurant around 2 in the morning, and it was almost like the light that just came. It's like there was no lights on the streets, and he came out. He was shocked that I was even open, and he said, give me a tuna sweet corn sandwich and a black coffee to go. And I said, not to go, brother. I said, I haven't been up here all night. Sit down. You're my first customer. He said, I gotta go. So I went behind the counter, made him, I'll never forget, tuna, sweet corn sandwich, bit of mayonnaise, coffee, it was gone. And then I thought, wow, why did he leave me? Why did he run away? I then went to his taxi, and he's listening to the radio. And I said to him, come and sit outside. He said, I can't talk. And kept on knocking on the window. I said, brother, just tell me. He said, no, I'm listening to Caesar the Geezer. I said, who the hell is Caesar the Geezer? He said he's the #1 shock jock in London. He has over 1 million listeners at night. And I listen to him every single day. And I said, 1 million people are awake, and I'm open. I need to meet Caesar. Went on a mission, ringing up back in the day, hustling to try and get through to my radio show. I get on, it's Kiss FM or Capital FM, one of those back in the day, and he puts me live on air, but it took me about 4 or 5 days to keep ringing and get on. Bam, now I'm on. I started pitching in my menu. He thought, what the hell's going on here? This doesn't exist in London. Nowhere's open that does breakfast, steaks, omelets, burgers, all of this. I said, I'm open. He said, okay, see you there tomorrow. What's the name of the place? Gave him the name of the restaurant, gave him the address, Tinseltown, boom, go. The next day, I had lines of customers waiting for him. I had taxi drivers, crowds, fans, all of this. There was no social media, by the way, back then.
Right, 90s.
And then my restaurant was packed. And it was back then, at 16 years old, no education, because I had to leave the school to stay with my mum for the restaurant business. I then done a deal with Caesar. It was very simple. I said, I don't have money. I have a restaurant and I have food. And I know you're going to be hungry. So here's the deal, very simple. I feed you, you promote me. He said, you have a deal, but you got to give me a fax machine, a cell phone, and a laptop. Remember, I didn't have this technology, brother. He puts this on me, and then I found a way. I asked my brother. I said, let's get this guy what he needs. It took me about a month, right, to get my stuff together, and I got it. I then called him up. I said, come over. He took a laptop, cell phone, fax machine, and then literally he was promoting me every night. I would show up at 2, 3 in the morning, give him his food, on air. The whole of London's listening to my menu every day. And I went from £1,000 a week of revenue.
A week, so it was hard times.
Bro, to £50,000 a week. And there was no such thing as a debit card. It was all cash. Because of fame, because of influence. And at a very young age, in this area, I realized the power of the microphone. Money follows fame. And that degree that God gave me was serving one black cab driver in London that took me to the radio station to listen of if you have a microphone and you can influence whatever at whatever level, that will directly impact your business. And here, 25 years later, I humbly say I am the #1 fame strategist in the world that, yes, built careers of Kim Kardashian, Logan Paul, Zendaya, Paris, Miley Cyrus, Selena, Bieber, J-Lo, worked with them all. Worked with them all. As well as business owners, CEOs, crypto exchange owners. I mean, I've done it all now. But the reason I bring up the story is because it transformed my own business at 16 years old when I had zero money. And I realized the importance why people need fame.
Okay.
Because if you have that, it's a direct reflection to your bank account.
Okay. Now, most people can listen to this, Sheeraz, and they can logically say, of course he's right, that makes sense. And yet most people never get fame. Maybe they avoid the fame.
Yeah. So here's the thing. You've got to break down, why do you want it? Some people don't even want it. You have some people, private, they get on with their business, they're happy, amazing, okay? But fame is more addictive than heroin and cocaine combined. So there's a huge audience that wants it, right? So now, if there's a huge demand that people want it, what do you want it for? So you have to ask yourself, what am I special? What am I a singer? Am I an actor? Am I a comedian? Or I'm just a vlogger? Or I'm just going to do something, on social media, whatever you are. You can be famous for being famous, right? But you got to figure that out first if you even want it. But today, you can see that the level of where, I want to be famous, and I have to go to Hollywood, and I've got to go through the studio system, and will they pick up my show, and all this red tape is tossed out the window now. It's gone. Kim Kardashian, when I worked with her, she was Paris Hilton's assistant.
Right.
Today she kicks ass in Hollywood, brother. They come and polish her effing shoes.
Yeah.
Logan Paul, who they crushed him to the ground and squashed him, the biggest talent agencies in the world, dumped his ass.
They canceled him when he did.
Canceled him across all platforms.
I remember.
Today he's cutting checks, brother, and sponsoring the biggest events, from the Lakers to the Dodgers to UFC to Arsenal, you name it. He's cutting checks, bro, and sponsoring all of them with Prime, right? So I've seen the journey, right? I've seen it. So what people have to first figure out is this is now a must. If you do not fix this part of your life, whether it's in a job, whether it's in a business, whether you're an entrepreneur, it's not about, I want to be a movie actor anymore. Irrelevant. Today, you could be a famous, influential real estate broker. You're going to make money.
Yeah.
You could be a famous Uber driver. You're going to make money, right? You could be famous for any category. It's no longer that I need to move to LA, I need to be in a blockbuster movie to become famous, because social media knocked every single A-list star out of the park during COVID. When every star couldn't work, influencers were creating content. They were making money. So today, the game has changed, right? So now this is a must. I mean, if you ain't a student, individual, whoever you are, you have to focus on this more than anything else.
Everyone needs a personal brand.
100%.
No matter
and
what. Yeah.
For the love of Jesus, Allah, Muhammad, whoever religion, try and do it when you're single.
Okay. Why?
I have seen the magic, brother, disappear when you have negative forces around you to try and hold you back. Magical careers I've seen. 25 years. I'm sitting here and I can say globally, worldwide, that I was a part of making Kim Kardashian famous. Because it's true. I took Logan Paul when he was a social media star, took him to Dubai, made him a rock star, then he lost everything in Japan, rebuilt everything. Today he's a billionaire. I was there. I was on that journey. Kim Kardashian, sex taped a billionaire. I've seen it all. So you ain't bullshitting me. I understand the game of how it works. So people, this is something now they've got to say, okay, don't just, oh, I'm not making money, or I'm not doing this, or I'm not doing this. Clear your path. Now I'm going to go. And I say this because my heart was broken over fame in my personal life. So when I say these words to you, you better believe me, because fame will come before love. Always remember that.
Okay, so you've seen when some of your clients get married, get boyfriends, it becomes very hard.
Not hard, brother.
Impossible.
Fame, you heard what I just said. Fame comes first.
Okay, gotcha.
How deep is that? So I'm in a relationship, I'm married, I have kids, I've given all vice versa, man, woman, doesn't matter what it is. Fame will come first. Always remember these rules. This is something where I'm telling you that if God has given me this wisdom, that I've done it for many, many years, for many, many people, that you have two scenarios here. One, do it when you're single. Number two, explain to your partner, significant other, husband, wife, lover, whoever that is, this is what I want. I need your support. And I need you to be my wings to fly. Because if you ain't on my wings to fly, this relationship cannot work. And you have to be very honest. What you don't want to do, which 99.99% of people in Hollywood, they lie. They cheat. They deceive people. Oh, I want to be famous, but they're not telling you the truth, how they're going to do it or what they're doing or whatever. Just be straight.
Okay. Say, my fame is more important than you, honey. No, I'm going to make decisions for my fame over you, honey.
Or let's do it together.
Okay. But we're going there.
And we're going to win.
And I'm not going to.
So don't hold me back.
Yeah.
Don't get jealous. Don't get insecure. Know that you're my priority. All this money, all this. Who else am I going to take to effing Nobu?
The fame's a priority.
or to wherever, right? It's just going to be with you.
Okay.
So the key is not allowing any negative voices around you when you are on your path to fame.
Okay. Let's drill onto that right now, because Logan's getting married and Jake Paul's getting married right now. Do you think they've had those conversations with their fiancés?
First of all, they already know who they're marrying.
I think that's probably true.
Okay.
Because they've done it for so long.
They know.
Right.
So Logan,
and also those guys are going to be who they are anyways, especially Jake.
I faked Jake's first wedding.
Okay.
It was me. I did the publicity stunt.
Okay.
I created a fake wedding.
Okay.
To get media. It was all just for media. That wasn't his real marriage. It was in Las Vegas. We hired the pastor, we hired everything, the priest and everything that we had to get done. Threw champagne on the bride. Created global news, had a big fight at the wedding, and it was on E and Extra and TMZ. It was all over the world in the media, right? That was me. I was the mastermind behind that, right? Okay. Now he's happy, Logan's good, he's chilling and all of that, it's fine. But at least your partners know that this is what I'm getting into, this is what I'm marrying, you know? Why do you think Kim's single? You think Kim could marry anyone? Right?
Could Kanye not handle Kim's fame?
Because Kardashian's fame becomes first before love. There's nothing against it.
She's committed.
I love Kim.
She's committed.
She's a champion. But if you think love is going to become my first priority, no. Now, Myself, I put love before fame.
How do you get out of a rat race? How do you create wealth not only for yourself, but also for the generations to come after?
I am absolutely amazed with the quality of companies that we're getting exposure to.
We go on to Zoom calls with the innovators and the folks who are building new applications in metaverse, blockchain, artificial intelligence, decentralized finance.
What's going on, everybody? Thumbs up if you can see me.
We are focusing on early stage investment.
And the quality of people that we're getting exposure to, whether it be Dan Tapiero with 1RT, Jason Ma from Open, Yatsu from Animoca.
It's been a phenomenal experience thus far. It has far exceeded my expectations.
We are focusing on cutting edge technologies.
I view it now as the best investment I've ever made. The upside I view is unlimited.
And as a retail investor, I would never get this exposure anywhere else outside of Investment Club.
See you in the investment club.
I put family before fame, right? That's me.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying it's out there,
Okay.
right? So when someone is that's why I encourage relationships to be more, speak about it. Open up with each other. Don't lie, don't deceit, just say, look, this is what's happening right now, and I need you to be my mountain.
Okay.
Have that conversation, and you'll both fly. But what you don't do is lie to try and get famous, and you're hurting someone else's soul. Don't do it.
Okay.
And if you're single, get your shit together and go.
Right.
Because you have nothing holding you at that time.
Okay, I love that. And so anybody listening, watching should think, okay, I better get my fame sorted, my personal brand sorted, more than anything. Who cares about your degree? It's all secondary. Can you be known in your market, your niche, your whatever?
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does it?
Let's break it down.
Yeah.
If you and me walk into a restaurant right now,
Yeah.
no one takes a Bugatti, no one takes a watch, no one takes your private jet, your yacht, your nothing. You just walk into a restaurant. If your fame, your face is visually recognized, you stood out amongst the entire restaurant. Now that could help your personal life, your deal flow, getting more leads, closing deals, whatever that is, right? Just because they recognize your face. So that's why when I say it's super important, because your $5 million Bugatti can't get inside the restaurant. So no one knows it's parked out there, right?
Right.
So people need to realize in today's generation, don't shy away from it. Embrace it, own it. You might be the most famous tailor, the most famous fashion artist, painter, whatever it is, doesn't matter what it is, but be known for it.
Okay. Paris was famous for being famous. I think they quoted that line about her, and that's kind of the epitome of what you're talking about.
Yes.
We don't know why she's famous or we're recognizing her, but we do, and that's Paris Hilton. I don't even know why I'm talking about her, but I am.
Of course.
So she really took that to the next level.
She took it to the next level. Why? Because she peeled the curtains, right? You know, she allowed people to see something. We were documenting. I was there. I was through that whole process. You go on YouTube, there's only one guy. If This Is Paris, it's her movie about how she built her whole career. I'm the only guy that's in there, the media strategist. Nobody else, no one else on the team, because she knows the deal. She knew what it took to get that recognition, because traditional studios, agents, managers, publicists, whatever the hell that normally happens, those rules don't work at 2 a.m. when everyone's asleep on a weekend. We want to be seen. We want to make a statement when we go out tonight. Your traditional publicist is asleep. I've got 100 cameras, paparazzi screaming her name, and flashlights going out wherever we're going.
So you're guerrilla style.
100%.
Okay. You're the new kid on the block doing it in the new way.
100%.
And that's why she gravitates towards you.
Well, what's more powerful, okay? You're a celebrity. I run a company, which is, at that time, it's called Hollywood.TV. Biggest paparazzi agency in Hollywood. Biggest. I had 150 guys every single day taking pictures. So if all that attention is going on in that one star, the other stars are going to feel irrelevant. So the fame, let's call it, the camera lights will see the attention. I need that. So that's how I initially built all of my clients, because I was controlling all of the fame. I could put cameras up or down.
So that's my next question. You got a kid 16-year-old kid, with an all-night diner in London, how does he go to Hollywood and beat Hollywood at their own game?
I'll tell you how it happened, brother, and it shocked me even, okay? First of all, when I went to Hollywood, I was staying at a relative's house, and I was watching Bollywood. Okay, so I started with Bollywood movies. Never did I see any American content, music videos, trailers, celebrities on a Bollywood network. It was only Indians. So I was thinking, wow, India is such a big reach, right? There's billions of people all over the world into Bollywood. How come Hollywood's not even where's Britney, right? Where's, all these stars? None. So in that moment, I said, I'm going to be the guy that promotes Hollywood to Bollywood. It's going to be me, right? Of course, I had no money. Of course, I'm just hustling. But I had the vision of, let me become the solution to the problem, right? There's no bridge. I'm going to become the bridge. So I cold called the TV channel the next couple of days, trying to get through to the CEO, didn't get through. Finally, I get through to this dude on the phone. And I said, my name is Sheeraz Hasan. I'm a producer. I named my show, by the way, the same as my restaurant called Tinseltown.
Nice.
And I said, I have a TV show that I want to produce called Tinseltown, and I want to promote Hollywood stars to Bollywood. And I want a meeting. And the guy was shocked that the fact that, what? You can bring Hollywood stars to Bollywood? I want to meet you. A few days later, I flew to New Jersey. I pitched this guy. I had zero experience. I've never done a TV show. I don't even know any celebrities. And I definitely didn't have the money. But I pitched him. The guy was like, wow, can you really pull this off? I said, give me distribution, give me an outlet on your channel, so I will be the first show ever to the Indian market that will promote what's happening in Hollywood to those in Bollywood. Give me prime time, I want it. So he said, I'm gonna give it to you, but I'm not gonna pay you. So I'll give you the free airtime, done. And I'm gonna give you 6 minutes. Of that 6 minutes, 3 minutes is yours, 3 minutes is ours. You have everything to win and everything to lose. If you pull this off, you can launch your career here, because we're going to give you 500 million eyeballs guaranteed on a Thursday night at 8 p.m. till 8:30. The whole world's going to watch it in the Indian market. And I signed a deal. In that same meeting, he gave me this deal. Done, it's finished. I come back to LA and I'm like so pumped and excited, thinking, oh my God, I've got a show, I'm a producer or whatever, but reality kicks in. Don't have a camera. I have no idea how this is all going to work. I don't have stars, I have nothing. So I go to a camera shop in LA and I'm speaking to the sales guy and telling him, listen, I have this show, Bollywood, Hollywood, whatever. He loves what I'm talking about. This guy next to me, he said, oh, I'm a filmmaker. He said, so you have a show? I said, yeah, I have a show. He said, show me. Showed him the contract, everything, I'm doing this. He said, listen, hire me. I can become your camera guy, your editor, everything. But get me in on your deal, because I want to know more about this India Bollywood thing you're doing. So I hired him on the spot, done a deal with him, shook hands, let's go. For the next week now, we're roaming around LA, trying to film content. The only celebrities I got were lookalikes. There were no stars. There was Crocodile Dundee, Spider-Man, Superman, all the lookalikes on Hollywood Boulevard roaming around, right? I had no content. And then I said, take me to the Hollywood sign. I gotta go, I'm gonna go to the Hollywood sign. Take me to the Hollywood sign. I'm doing my intros. Hi, it's Sheeraz from Hollywood to Bollywood. I'm doing the same thing. And he's saying to Sheeraz, you keep saying the same stuff. We need stars. We need stars. And then I prayed, looking at the Hollywood sign, praying to God, please, give me a breakthrough, everything. I'm praying. Finished praying. And then as I'm walking down the hill, some guy's walking his dog. And he said, what were you doing? Praying at the Hollywood sign. What is this? This is like weird, right? And I said, this is what I've done. I went the whole thing. I got this TV show. I didn't know what I was doing. And the guy gave me my breakthrough, but I need help. And he said, I love this. He said, this is like the proper American story. He said, come and see me tomorrow. I said, okay, no problem. So I go to his offices next day, get in his car. He took me to some big offices. And he said, I'm going to introduce you to my friend. And as long as this contract you have is real, then we're going to see how we can work with you. So I walk into this office. I told the guy, look, don't give me any bills. Don't charge me anything crazy, because I just got my show. So I start pitching this guy. And the guy said, my name is Roland Perkins. I'm the co-founder of Creative Artists Agency, CAA. God took me from the Hollywood Hills right into the most powerful talent agency on earth that represents the biggest A-list stars in the world. And that guy was the co-founder. And he said, you've just come to the right place. And literally overnight, I cut a deal with them. They took a piece of my show. Literally within 1 week, I was doing press junkets, red carpet interviews. I was India for the whole of Hollywood. When they wanted Indian market, I was the ET, I was the TMZ, I was the Access Hollywood for the Indian world. So they would place me on every press junket, all the red carpet events as India. And I'd be right at the back covering India, but I was the first person originally to do that. That then built up my name, and then Fortune magazine saw all the hype that I was getting, and they said, we want to follow you for a week. And you'll be on the cover story is the Google founders going public, and you'll be our special center story as Bollywood's newest star. How did you create this huge market between Hollywood and Bollywood? They followed with me for a week. They saw how I bootstrapped everything, how I was hustling, and I was getting all the content together, and the celebrities, and my guy editing, filming from my apartment, and they loved it. They said, this is just like next level production, what you're doing, and it's getting all that reach. And literally overnight, sponsors came, money started coming in, built up my show. Network was blown away because I had A-listers, because I was in there with the agencies. And then I done 200 episodes, absolutely killed it. I was the guy. You wanted Hollywood and you wanted India market, you come to Tinseltown. It was me, I was that guy.
It was like an E or TMZ for Bollywood.
For Bollywood.
And you would do these shows.
I was that guy.
Okay.
And then one day I'm with my business partner in West Hollywood having a coffee, sitting, regular meeting. Britney Spears walks in and I look at her and there's 20 cameras, paparazzi inside the restaurant taking her pictures, and they leave. I'm like, wow, what is this? I don't even know. I'm doing Tinseltown. I don't know about paparazzi, whatever. Next day, my mum calls me and said, Mubarak, congratulations. I saw you having coffee with Britney Spears on the BBC and Sky News. What were you doing there with Britney Spears? I then said to my partner, holy Lord, my mum sitting in London saw me with Britney Spears on those cameras. So who the hell are those cameras? Because if those cameras can get my picture onto BBC and Sky News pretty much in real time, I need to hire these guys. The next day I'm looking, I couldn't find them. Where are those same dudes? driving around. Finally I saw them outside of Starbucks. Same pack, a group of them. Pulled up in my car, went straight up to those guys. I said, how much money do you make? And they said, oh, we work for a startup called TMZ. Startup. So I said, what's your deal? So we make this much money. I said, I'm gonna pay you more. I hired all of TMZ's original camera crew. They worked for me. The next day, TMZ calls me. I said, there's no point us fighting. Let's tag team. Let's work together. I'll take all the liability, all the crap that goes along with this. I'm the shield. Let's work together. Ended up supplying content to these guys. Then I got headhunted by Entertainment Tonight. Linda Bluebell was her name, and executive producer of ET and CBS. And they said that you are controlling Britney. The world can't, when she's shaving her hair, when she's going nuts, it was my company. There was all my paparazzi, even dating Britney. And at that moment, I went from having all the leverage in Bollywood to having CNN, AP, Reuters, ET, Access Hollywood calling me saying, give us footage. And in that moment, I realized that I have the content. And I then scaled those 15 guys to 150 guys, and I was Big Brother in Hollywood. We would capture all content.
And this is before mobile phones.
This is all
before social media.
I was on, you know the
radios.
It was the beep beep, beep. It was like the walkie-talkies.
Oh, okay, walkie-talkies, right.
The flip. There was no iPhone, none of that stuff,
Okay.
right? YouTube was there barely, right?
Okay, the flip phones.
Yeah, the flip phones.
StarTax.
Yeah, is it Nextel? I think it was called.
Yeah, maybe Nextel.
Yeah, you click it and then you.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So that was those, right? So,
Okay.
so I was running my whole operation there, and I'll never forget that when I first moved to LA, I went on a tour bus, and I saw Paramount Studios, and I looked outside Paramount Studios and I took a picture, and I just made a little prayer, not knowing, I just said, you know what, I want to control these guys. I want to do this. I want to make a company that they come to me, whatever. A few years later, every morning at 4 a.m., all the content that I would capture on mini DV tapes of the night before, I would go in to go meet the executive producers, and the doors of Paramount would open, because based upon what was on my videotapes was tomorrow's headlines. And I controlled every network. And I realized my power back then. Then once I was doing Britney, I had the whole world because everybody wanted Britney.
Right.
Then Michael Jackson died. I broke the story. I gave that story to TMZ. So when you saw the ambulance coming out and Michael Jackson's died, that was our cameras.
Wow.
So imagine now you've got the whole world wants that content. So that's when, from Britney, I realized we went from Tinseltown to Hollywood.TV, and then now we're controlling the media. And Paris Hilton's manager comes to me and says, you're giving way too much love to Britney. We need more love for Paris. It's okay. So then she had a beach house in Malibu where people would come, she'd come out with her balcony, show her face, take pictures. She's in tomorrow's news. It is what it is. People loved Paris Hilton, so we were the guys that were creating the content. And then she said, she wants to work more closely with you now, Sheeraz. I said, okay, that's fine. So I go to the house in Malibu. She said, okay, I'm gonna give you access to everything. Where I go, what my schedule is every single day, and you need to send all those cameras away from Britney. You're sending them to me. And I want everything to be documented. And I want you to put it in the news, put it everywhere. Come meet my assistant, she's gonna tell you everything. Kim Kardashian, come here.
Crazy.
Kim Kardashian comes walking in. Paris says to me, Sheeraz, meet Kim. She's my assistant, she'll tell you everything, where we need to go, where the cameras need to be. So I then built a relationship with Kim. We started working. Wherever they were going, my cameras would follow. It's the news, it's the news, it's the news, it's the news. And then Kim says to me one day, why are you cutting me out of the footage? You keep cropping my head out. I said, okay, I understand the game here now. The assistant wants to be bloody famous, right? Then they broke up, because what happened was the footage that we were going in, I was going in tight. Kim was doing my head in, so I said, okay, I'll go wide. Who's the brunette? Who's the cute brunette that's holding Paris's bag? She's in every shot. Story became about her. Then as her scandal, the sex tape and this, you need to fuel the conversation. You've got to keep pushing the media.
When you heard about the sex tape, did you see that as an asset or a liability?
For me, listen, I have when it comes to fame, I don't judge anybody. I don't care that Caitlyn went from a woman to a man. I don't care. It's not my business. Because I'm one vision. I have one focus. You want to be famous? Let's go. And I ain't going to judge.
Is it true there's no bad press, Sheeraz?
Listen, there is bad press. When they say there isn't, there is. There are limitations, right? When you're dealing with rape, when you're dealing with children, when you're dealing with some of those things that are mentally sick, that's bad press, right?
But everything else can be spun.
Everything else, you can
like a
spin
sex
it,
tape.
you can enjoy it, right?
Most people would have thought a sex tape would be the worst thing possible.
3 of my clients bloody had sex tapes. It was Paris, Kim, and Pamela Anderson, right?
Right?
It
Kim
is
was
what it
first?
is. Paris was first.
Paris was first.
Yeah, she was first. Right?
And then Kim came after.
Kim, right? Then
intentional or otherwise?
Listen, it's a game.
Okay.
Right? And number one, it was her boyfriend.
Right.
So it wasn't a stranger, right?
That was like the first viral media, and Pamela as well.
Back then, right?
Yeah.
So they did their thing. But even though that was what was going on, I was diverting the focus onto other news. She's at a nightclub, she's at a restaurant, she's being seen here, she's doing an opening. So when anyone has something negative.
Peter Thiel took $500,000 and turned it into $1 billion using the exact same techniques we're using inside the investment club. He met a CEO, his name was Zuckerberg. He pitched him the deal and he said, okay, I'll give you $500,000. Mark went public and sold the shares to people like you. Well, what happened to Peter? Well, he exited and got a 2,300x return. The wealthy invest in early stage companies, folks. The public markets are for suckers. It's a rigged game. By the way, this happens in crypto as well. It's called pre-sale tokens. This is Solana. Does anybody know this chain? They sold pre-sale tokens for 4 cents. And you can see the date on there, April 5th, 2018. Look at Solana today, folks. That thing's up over 1,000x. The media and Wall Street and all these hype people get you to buy the top. Meanwhile, they put their clients in at the bottom and they use you for liquidity to make their clients rich. You can play this same game. You just have to have the financial education and the deal flow. That's it.
You change the conversation over here.
Okay.
So you take the attention and you put it over here.
Spin
so yes,
it to a positive.
Yeah, because that was the thing that gave her the attention. But they're good people. Right? They're just hustlers. They're just not, they'll go the extra mile and you can't knock them for their hustle, right? So the focus gets changed. So now in that moment, she basically says to me, make me famous. I want to become the most famous person in the world.
Do you think she always wanted that?
Yes, bad.
Always?
Bad.
And when she watched it happen to
Bad.
Paris?
She saw it. She saw the entire planet because of Paris.
She destined to be this?
Imagine you stand there and you're just looking all those cameras globally. She can go to any country, there's cameras on arrival. I walk into presidents' offices. I travel the world. I'm on jets and I'm holding my bag and I'm looking and I'm coordinating all of this. I want a piece of this. And then you know who's the puppet master behind the scenes because I'm communicating with him. If I send this message to Sheeraz, it becomes news. And Paris trusted her. So of course, all that information is, okay, go ahead, do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm coordinating it all, right? So I'm now working directly with her. And then in that moment, I became a media strategist for 15 years, straight. Everything that you saw out there, I was involved in. Not everything, but I would say most of the times,
for Kim.
I was there. Yeah, for sure, Paris, Britney, Miley, all of them. Then they just kept on evolving. Zendaya. Took Zendaya 15 years old. Today she's a global icon. I took her to China, I took her to all the Dubai.
How did that happen?
You know?
Like I didn't really know much about her, but I just knew she was really famous.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how or why.
Because there's consistently in the media.
Okay, that's what you do.
I'm a guy, that's what I do. I make you relevant. I'm always make sure that you're talked about. I don't care what field you're in. I will crush your competitor like a cockroach. That's how I'm built. I will make news. I don't give a shit. You go to Starbucks, I'll make it a news story. You go get your hair changed. That's what I do. I've been wired for the last 25 years how to put a spotlight on this person. Whether it's a brand, whether it's an individual, or whether it's a business owner. For me, now, CEOs are the new celebrities, right? If Elon walks into a room, he's going to smoke any Hollywood star. If Zuckerberg walks into a room, if Sam Altman walks in, today the game's changed.
Yeah, and those guys know.
They're the rock stars.
They are.
They're the new rock stars, right? Who's chilling in Saint-Tropez? It's Jeff Bezos. No one gives two hoots about DiCaprio, I'm sorry. With his little mask and his little baseball cap, little beanie walking around.
Why? Because he doesn't play the fame game?
Who cares? Bezos.
Because he plays it better?
It's Bezos. The energy of the word Bezos dwarfs DiCaprio with a New York Yankee cap and a mask.
Why?
Because Amazon, Zuckerberg controls everything that we do today. Sam Altman, Elon Musk, these are the new rock stars, the Google guys, right? So
Sam Altman's personal fame kept him from getting fired that weekend by the board of OpenAI. His personal brand kept him alive. If it wasn't for that, he would have been gone.
He'd be gone. He'd be replaced.
And instead, everybody else is gone.
100%. And his fame helped him.
Yeah.
Right? So
his fame was the reason.
Yeah. So when you look at celebrities and how you keep them in the media, I did that for so long with the Kardashians. Zendaya, Logan Paul, Priyanka Chopra, you name it, I worked them on the wall, right? The thing is that you can't stop. People look at Kim and they, especially younger generations, I get DMs all over the world because they look at Kylie.
To continue watching the rest of the episode for free, visit our website londonreal.tv or click the link in the description below.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.